Anyway, I'm so happy to see you guys. There's so much to talk about. Let's start off with this first story. Now, the unfolding saga surrounding iPhone Street, Kenya, a shop situated on Kenyatta Avenue, renowned for its wide range of Apple products, has taken the internet by storm. This controversy sheds light on the darker side of the phone selling industry, where organized groups acquire used phones in bulk, often through questionable means, and operate on a large scale. These operations involve meticulous preparations of these devices. They say how they put it back in some, in the packaging. When you receive your phone from the box, it has everything. The seals are all there. It's because they resealed them, they repackaged them, and you're buying an iPhone 10 thinking that you're buying an iPhone 13. As our resident techie, please. I'm predictable. I'm so predictable. No, but Mato, can you imagine if you bought the iPhone 10 thinking that you bought the iPhone 13 or the iPhone 14 Pro Max?
First of all, anybody who's buying an iPhone right now, if you're buying an iPhone 12 all the way, just all the way down, I just know how to use it. No, actually from iPhone 11 all the way to 10, ukiambia ni brand new, is a lie. Yeah. Those as zitengenezwe brand new unanunua refurbished. But there's nothing wrong with refurbished phones because it's a way to recycle. It's like it was sold to somebody else who handed it down to you, or you can say it was your sister who you do not know who gave you the phone.
But the question, Mato, is that you're not buying a refurbished.
Exactly.
Okay.
The problem is them lying to people that this is a new phone, yet it is a refurbished phone. I was very surprised that there is a way you can actually connect and know how many times it was charged. I know that can happen on MacBooks. I didn't know that it can happen on phones. I was actually very pleasantly surprised with this. But watu waseme ukweli, we are waiting to see if that is ever going to happen with Kenyan businesses. Easy businesses ndogo ndogo. Inakuwaga ngumu sana. The amount of greed that people have vis-a-vis them caring about the value of the things that they're selling to their customers, hapo tunakuaga inje kabisa.
That's true.
Inje kabisa. Hii street iko hapa hivi, nyuma yetu hapa hivi.
Your iPhone street. Your iPhone street.
Your street.
Nyuma.
Na hizo simu zingine. Then something else.
Yeah.
Wale watu ambao wanataka kununua because the trading business is something that has been happening. Sometimes you go trading your phone, unapatiwa simu mpya, unaacha yako mzee. Tafadhali hakikisha hiyo yako mzee umeimark vizuri. Siku moja inaweza rudia beshte yako, adhani ni simu mpya. Alafu wale watu wamepoteza simu, tafadhali chungeni sana. Walikuwa wakisema before ati ukiibiwa iPhone, hakuna kitu yeye mwizi atafanyia. Hiyo labda aende aitoanisha itoe parts. Huko ndiko zinapatikana. Kwa duka kama hizi. Sijasema hiyo. Kwa duka kama hizo.
Allegedly. You know you always need to add it randomly, sprinkle it as you say all these things. So Cindy, I know you are a die-hard techno.
Yes,
and for that we appreciate you, by the way. On this show, we love you and we appreciate you for that. But I think it is, when Mato is saying this, because, he's been in the field, so he knows that this has been happening for quite some time.
Right.
We are just catching on.
Yeah.
iPhone 12 ni mpya.
Yeah.
It's not new.
I have a bit of a contrary opinion. Willing buyer, willing seller. If you're going to buy an item, an asset that is more than 50,000, and you're not going to do your background checks to see if it's original or not, the onus is on you.
But Cindy, how can you do that?
It's the same with guys. Let me tell you, it's the same with guys who go to the car bazaars and you buy a car. And you don't do the necessary due diligence, like ask what's the chassis number just to check, or spend 500 shillings just to run the plates to ensure that it's never been in law enforcement and in any kind of altercation, and then you find out that its original color was pink but it's red. Or you find out that somebody hit it and put it all back together with the parts from a Honda and you have a Cindy, the onus is on you.
Cindy, listen. Seriously. Why is the ordinary? And this isn't even like the common one, and this is like the regular Kenyan.
A regular Kenyan would not buy a phone for 100.
Cindy,
so now you are going to buy a phone for 100K in Kenya, and just believe that it is original because
Cindy, we don't...
some guys have posted it on social media.
Yes.
So Cindy anashughulikia wale watu wamespend 100,000.
Marketed on your ignorance.
No, but you go for shops, as in you're going to a shop expecting a new one.
Yes.
So the shops should do the due diligence.
No, the shop should tell you the truth.
They should tell you the truth. These are second hand.
No,
honest
that's
business.
okay. That's okay. But you know, there are certain phones, even if you buy no and kabandika, you're like, ni sawa, I didn't spend so much cash. But your hard-earned money, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,
Okay, I will say this though.
90, 100 shillings.
Alafu
unaenda kwa duka. Kwanza ni duka iko online.
I will say this though. I will say this.
Uliona mtu akifloss nayo Instagram, you're like, I want this phone for this person. Unaenda tu nanunua tu live without doing your due diligence. Shauri
Cindy, would you
yako.
spend 100,000 to buy a phone? Would you spend 100,000?
No.
That is the difference.
Cindy,
If I did,
are you
I
lying?
would call Mato and tell him. See, there are some codes you can
No,
scan.
but Cindy, do you genuinely do that? You do the due diligence?
I do.
Yeah, when you need a new
Why
phone,
is you lying? I don't believe you.
When I buy
You research
personal
the
assets
store
that are expensive. I do my due diligence.
But how are you
it's
to
the
know
same
that the
with
store...
guys who buy land from guys online. You've never met these people before. You just hear it's a good deal. You hear it on the radio. You're going to put your money. You don't want to spend money to check. Investment of yours. Alafu unapata ilikuwa ya Njoroge kakatwa
Apana. Sasa unadang...
No, if you're going to spend a lot of money on stuff,
no. Mimi, I am not going to work hard for the money, look for the money, and then I research this store and this shop if whether or not... it is too much work, and a lot of Kenyans do not have time to do that. This is what you do, McKenna, I think, and Mato can maybe correct me. What about the Apple authorized dealers?
Which maybe is a bit more expensive,
if you are going to spend
but you have
over 100,000 bob to buy anything,
go legit.
You just go legit, and it's true, it's more expensive because a lot of people go to these shops to save maybe 10k, 20k, 30k, and then you find out that cheap is very expensive.
No, this is true. But then that point that Cindy has raised, enda na mtu, usiwe na ujuaji, enda na mtu, enda na mtu anajua hizi vitu. Yeah, so you can DM me at the Dimato on Instagram. Ukitaka kwenda kununua simu, unataka counter checks, tafadhali kutakuwa na consultation fee.
Thank you very much to our auditors watching the show. Mato is going to send us the money. Tunam invoice sai by the way. Sai. Makana, real quick before I take a break, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I wanted to say, if Cindy amesema ya online, that makes sense. You know, if you buy from online, definitely okay, kidogo utachezwa. Kunazo legit. But then again, venye pia umesema about authorized iPhone whatever.
Yes.
Dealers, yeah.
Yes, so I think that's the best due diligence that you can ever do.
Yeah, because they are reliable and they have credibility.
Yeah.
Because when you are trying to go to Sijui Kamunguna, I don't know what iPhone dealers, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But it's very, very unfortunate to those of you who spent that amount of money and then you got an old phone. I know. It must be truly heartbreaking. When we get back, we have a lot more to talk about. Wow, the stories are many.